Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dabblers. I am your host, Quentin, and he is the Shogun, and we're back again.
Yeah, this time we've got trailers.
We got trailers. We're going WB Mania, baby. WB Mania. That's what we got right now.
Yeah, they gave us some good ones this week, man. I didn't actually
They
think about it, but
did.
they're both WB.
Yeah, they're both WB. I mean, I'm kind of anticipating to hear something about the Matrix next, but we're probably gonna wait until these two movies are out or something.
When is that? Is that this year?
It
Damn,
is. Yeah.
damn, this year's stacked, man.
This
Stacked.
year is stacked. Speaking of stacked, I know that that's a very terrible segue, but like, I was checking out our demographic breakdown today, and it's changed because I mean, like a few months ago, it was like 70% male, 34% female, and now it's like 55% male, then it's 34% female, then it's 8% non-binary, and I'm like, well, okay, that's a broader scope now, I suppose, in some sense, you know.
Oh, what?
But anyway,
For real?
yeah,
Wow, we have some reach. My goodness,
it's crazy. But anyway,
thirty-four
let's
percent
get,
of women actually want to watch this. I mean,
dude.
sorry.
They actually
I,
wouldn't.
I think they just click in and like 2 seconds later they're like, "What was that?" No.
They just like, what was that shit? Ah, all right, all right. Let's dive right into it. I don't know. You wanna? What are we doing? Mortal Kombat first, Justice League second.
I think we should start with Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that definitely makes a lot of sense. Oh man. Mortal Kombat. I mean, generally, it's been getting some really good, some really good reviews and like shout outs from people who've watched the trailer and obviously fans of like the franchise itself. Well, I mean, fans of the franchise are the ones that really matter because when it comes to a gaming adaptation, the normal people that don't or play the games always look at the players and they're like, so does it look accurate? Is it what you thought it would be? Do the characters look right? And I think generally the gamers right now are like, it looks okay. We'll wait until the movie comes out.
I think this is actually a lot better than I think this could have been a lot worse. From what it looks like, trailers can lie, but I think it looks a lot better than I thought it would be. Like, I did not have high expectations. I still don't, but it looks a lot better than I thought it would be. The action in this is really nice.
I mean, I think the one thing that I always liked about this particular gander into Mortal Kombat was like the the amount of like professional martial artists, you know,
Yeah,
actors they got for this one
yes, they did. They did a good
is,
job with this.
yeah, they did a really good job from that aspect, getting some really good like martial arts, and and they kept it, and they didn't whitewash it as well. They so there's a really heavy Asian representation in that thing, which is pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, considering the story is really, really Asian focused. Like come on,
Dude,
guys. It would have been really
I,
weird to see white people in some of these roles.
I mean, imagine a white dude out here playing Shang Tzu. That would have been crazy.
Yeah, they would do it. It's crazy out here, man. Probably
Uh,
not now. These days people know better. But my favorite thing about this trailer is probably Sub Zero. Sub Zero had some good
dude,
moments. They really
dude,
gave
dude.
him moments to shine.
I've always been a huge Sub-Zero fan. Like he's literally my favorite Mortal Kombat character. Like so seeing him going up against Scorpion like at the end of that trailer was a classic because that's like I mean if you look at the game trailers for the last since like Mortal Kombat 8 or something, like every game trailer has always had like this huge Scorpion versus Sub-Zero death match right at the end. So to get that in the trailer to have a Scorpion versus Sub-Zero death match being shown at the end, that was pretty freaking awesome to see. Especially with like that moment where like Sub-Zero cuts Scorpion and the blood squirts out, then he freezes the blood and turns it into like
Yes.
a knife, and then he stabs him with it. I'm
That
like,
was my
what?
favorite moment. That was my favorite moment. When he froze that blood and then stabbed him with it, I was like, oh, okay, you have me. You have me. I was like, I don't care if this movie is bad, I am watching. you, you have my attention.
Ah, dude, that was insane. And but then I think for me the disappointing part was hearing Scorpion say "Get over here." It sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger was the one saying "Get over here," you know,
Yeah,
because I mean normally in the video games or like the animations, Scorpion is like "Get over here." Then you feel it in your soul. You're like, "Holy shit, this guy's about to pull my soul out of my body." But like in that trailer, it was like it was so weird, so weird. Such a tiny voice and get
I,
over here.
I wonder what was the choice behind that. Was it because this is not the game and they're like trying to make it more of a character focused thing for this Scorpion and this actor? Like, because that's a probably it's a pretty good act, and it seems like he's doing something really like emotional, and he's like digging through stuff. Because at the beginning of that, I don't know if it's at the beginning, but you know when we first see the guy that plays Scorpion, there, like he
Yeah,
has this like on his face, you can see this pain and stuff. Maybe I'm reading too much into his expression, but like
definitely.
maybe they just like we're not gonna go full video games with him, but like it's like why make him say that line if his delivery is gonna be a bit weird, you know what I mean? Because like
Yeah,
it felt strange, it felt off.
it did. It felt really, really weird. It felt really, really strange to hear it said like that. But I mean, at the same time, you can account for the fact that like maybe there's a touch of accent in that as well.
Yeah,
Um,
that is true. Because I don't know about, I have to research, but I don't know if the guys who played Scorpion are all Asian. You know, we have to check that out.
yeah.
Might be a thing.
Um, yeah. And then I don't know. I mean, it generally looked like a solid trailer. From the start, where Sonya Blade is like describing how they first came into being touched by the whole mythical side of the world and being introduced to the whole aspect of having to compete in Mortal Kombat. It was really interesting. It looks like a really interesting journey. But another thing that I sort of looked at and I was like, was Lord Raiden, man. Lord Raiden is always looks more like a badass, you know, or like a it always looks more badass. But that Lord Raiden, when I was watching that trailer for a second, I almost thought, are they flashing back to like when Lord Raiden was a kid? When they showed me Raiden, I was like, maybe this is a flashback. I hope it's a flashback, but
I did wonder
I know
that.
it's him.
I did wonder that. Like I thought, isn't he supposed to be older? But maybe it's just my the way I've always seen him. I don't know if like in the games he's like a young dude. You know, I like it's been a while since I played a Mortal Kombat game. Like
But but I mean, like you said, I guess we're gonna see it when we see it, you know.
it's probably also
Um,
to do
but
with the casting, like that, like you mentioned at the beginning. That guy they cast for Lord Raiden is probably good at like um, stunts and stuff. You know, looking good, doing the action.
definitely,
You know,
yeah, it'll probably come down to that. But another thing, another thing, I guess one final thing about this, it kind of feels like the cast. It feels like it's a lot of small screen actors mixed in with like a few guys who've been on the big screen in terms of acting. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how many of the small screen guys kind of like step up to like put in that one extra super fly kind of performance.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing a lot of like actors that should have been in big things before. Like when I think of Louis Tan, who's playing like this new character, Ko Yang. I think he's just there to be our eyes and ears, new character, so he can ask questions and get stuff explained to him.
Definitely.
But when I think of Louis Tan, like I'm like that guy is so good. Like you see him act in action stuff, and he looks great. Like sometimes they cast people in like action movies, and they do these fight scenes, and it just looks awful. But Louis Tan can act, and he can do stunts. He's the real deal. Like guys like that, like I hope start getting more attention in the business.
So now it's gonna be a lot of fun. Mortal Kombat 2021, April 16, out in theaters and on HBO Max
Mm.
on the same day.
Oof, that I wish I could see it in theaters, but I don't know, man. This HBO Max thing is starting to sound great now. This is all these lockdowns.
It's like you're sitting at home being like, you know what, I'm just gonna sit at home and watch this on HBO. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, I still wish
But
everybody
anyway,
could see it in the theater. Just
right? It was
so
so
much.
freaking amazing.
Yeah, if we just get
But
that.
something I wish I could see at the theaters, like for real, is Justice League, man. Is Justice League still not getting a theater release? Are they gonna get a theater release?
Bro, it's like 4 hours. You have to really think about this. Like that, I don't think that was ever meant to be like a serious theatrical thing. Like it's 4 hours, and it's still locked down. It's coming out in March, isn't it? March 18th.
Yeah, March 18th, HBO Max. I don't think it's gonna have a. I mean, I
It
think
is
at some
coming
point down the line.
internationally, though. Internationally,
Yeah, internationally, yeah, definitely.
it might
But I still feel like at some point, I think it's international. Internationally, that is international release.
yes, in terms of theaters internationally, it will be up for release. Yeah,
Yeah, but I still feel like Zack Snyder at some point down the line is gonna convince Warner Brothers is a good idea to release Justice League in theaters. 4 hours of it.
they might actually be releasing it in theaters. I was just saying 4 hours because I was like, as to me, it's like I don't know if theaters are that active. Probably not in certain places, like in the UK. Like I don't know. I don't know. March 18th. I don't think so because we're still in lockdown. It's that's not gonna happen. Not here. So that raises some difficult questions there. So that's where I see problems for the Justice League, and I also think HBO Max. This is like a big push for them to get a few more subscribers. They're like, hey, you don't have to see this 4 hour movie like in the theater. You can just watch it at home. You can watch it at home.
Definitely, they like the next couple of months, April and March are gonna be like really either make or break for HBO Max. Because I mean, the movies that they have in Mortal Kombat and Justice League, it's sort of like those two movies are either a hit or a miss. Like either way, the both of them.
Yeah, that's. I don't even think Justice League is meant to be like a hit. You know what I mean? Like I feel like the people that's made for will tune in like 100%. The Snyder Cut fans will 100% tune in, and it's already a hit for them. But in terms of like
Yeah,
catching on and being big, I don't know. It's tough. I guess China is like currently the only market that is like firing on all cylinders right now in terms of movies. So maybe there. But we haven't even talked about the trailer yet. Dude.
Yeah, yeah. Now let's get to that trailer. Let's get to let's start with the opening of that. I mean, it's an interesting opening because you get Superman, sort of like there screaming his last breath. Then his last breath is like carried, I guess, through the universe somehow, and somehow it's hurt by Darkseid, I guess, which is kind of it's an interesting choice by Zack. I'll say, to say the least. But
Yeah,
I'm not sure how the physics of that work out.
yeah, man.
But
That sounds like nonsense to me, man. I just think, Darkseid has some spies that are on Earth, and they're like, "Yo, Superman died, bro." I, I can't believe I can't believe that his last screams reverberated throughout the universe like that, bro. Come on now, come on now. Hey, Zachy Zach, come on. That,
but anyway, there's a lot of badass moments in that thing though. I mean, Bat standing on top of a giant tank. That shit was crazy. I can't wait to see what it's gonna do with that thing.
yeah, it's very strange. Like some of these scenes, I'm like, what happened to them? Where was this the first time? Uh, was this there or did they just film this like a few months ago when Snyder got the call?
Yeah. But I'll give it to Zach though, man. Darkseid looks good, man. Like shit. Darkseid looks pretty fucking good. I can't wait to see that dude and hear him talk. You know what Darkseid didn't give us? He didn't give us Darkseid talking. If you're comparing like the ultimate big bads, you take Thanos and you take Darkseid and you put them side by side in the trailers. Darkseid just comes in for like 2 seconds. You see him like drop the hammer, and then you see him, walking and then stopping. And then there's Granny Goodness behind him, and he doesn't say anything, and you're still like, holy fucking shit, the Justice League is fucked. And then you flip it over to Marvel, and the first time you saw Thanos, he had to say something, Well, not the second time, because the first time he just sat in that chair and he just smiled, and you knew, okay, shit's about to go down. But like every time since, he had to talk. Zack has had like 5 trailers, and I'm surprised that he hasn't made Darkseid say a word.
Yeah, I'm still wondering what the hell is Darkseid's involvement in this. Like, how long is Darkseid going to be a force in this trailer, in this movie? Like, because we've seen these scenes with him, but we haven't. In one of these trailers, have we seen like Darkseid in like the same scene as Batman or Superman? Because I don't think we have.
I mean, it doesn't even look like Darkseid steps foot on Earth.
You see, that's
It
where
like
I'm like, is this does this movie end on a like a weird cliffhanger where like Darkseid just comes,
dude, that'd be
breaks things,
crazy.
and then the world's messed up, and the thing ends?
Because it literally look because for the scenes that you've seen for Darkseid, like that scene where he drops the hammer and then like this army's behind him, it kind of looks like he's conquering a completely different planet, and it's probably it'd probably be used like a flashback when Diana's describing who
Yeah,
Darkseid is to the Justice League.
yeah, just
You
like
know, kind of feels like that kind of
somebody's like
scene.
explaining, talking about him, like, oh, he is the destroyer of worlds, and then you see some cool stuff, but this movie just is so it's so weird, man. Like I have no idea what to make of what I see. Like you're telling me
I mean,
Darkseid is
dude,
in
I
this
mean,
thing, like really, really.
I don't know. I feel like it's just a persuasion. I mean, I've seen a lot of Stephen Wolf. I'm convinced Stephen Wolf is gonna have like a way bigger role than he did in the last one. If I mean, he looks fucking different now. He looks like a fucking, I don't know, man. He kind of reminds me of, you remember the Destroyer from the first Thor movie.
Yeah,
It kind of reminds me of that guy, the way he looks now.
yeah. I think they had to change up his look. He didn't look okay in Justice League. There was something wrong there. It's just uh, this is such a good redemption for this whole movie because you're getting to see so many things that you wished you could have seen better. Like you see dark side and he actually looks good. Like when do you think they actually did these scenes with Darkseid? Do you think he was meant to be in Justice League?
I mean, I mean, I'm not saying I know Zach or whatever, but I feel like his original vision for his universe would have probably had Darkseid come in at the end of the first Justice League. I mean, I know Zach loves some really fucking dark endings, so you probably figure like something like at the end of Justice League when they think they'd beaten Stephen Wolf, then Darkseid would like pop up and like fuck shit up. Then that's the end of the first Justice League movie, and you probably have like a really great way to grip people into watching the second Justice League. But in this one, I feel like he had to reshoot his dark side scenes to make it fit into like a closing for his universe, because I mean he's going under the assumption that he's not going to be getting to take the reins back again.
Oh, I think he's done. Yeah, I think this is his last ride. He's like, I'm done. I'm done with these guys.
Definitely. Definitely, and it kind of feels like it's gonna be like that for a lot of the other characters as well, especially Henry Cavill's Superman. I don't see Henry Cavill taking the cape again, to be honest, under a different guy who isn't Zach. For sure, Affleck is done.
Oh yeah,
He's
he
out
made that. Yeah. Oh, he's
after
still
this.
doing Flash, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but after that one,
Oh yeah, he's still
after that
doing Flash. Yeah, after that yeah, he's out, and then I mean, Gal Gadot feels like she's in a weird place. I feel like the only reason Gal Gadot is sticking around is because Patty Jenkins is still around. I think if Patty hits the bricks, I think Gal Gadot is also gone.
yep,
Um, Ray Fisher is out here is swearing at WB exec, so I don't see his career working out very well up there.
he's telling
Uh,
Martha Hamada
yeah,
to get screwed.
you see.
That guy's
so
terrible.
so so, if, dude. So like I feel like this is literally going to be like the only Justice League movie for like a long time.
Yeah. See anything on this magnitude like for a while. Because I see them doing a lot of standalone stuff. Batman standalone. Uh, whatever Wonder Woman 3 is, it's probably gonna be the end of that like trilogy. Um, and then we've got Shazam probably on his own as well. The thing with the Rock, what's he
Mm,
doing? Black Adam. Um,
Black Adam, yeah,
all these like separate stuff. If things start
yeah.
going well,
But yeah. But anyway, jumping back into Justice League, I'm looking forward to the individual story arcs that are going to be coming around for for. It looks like all the characters basically. The only question is like who's going to get the chunkiest percentage. I mean, for me personally, I'm really looking forward to more of the Batman's nightmare sequences. Man, those things look like they're gonna be amazing.
yeah, those do look good. Like, um, I wish we could see more of them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I want to know what the hell. You remember that scene in BVS where Flash comes and he's like, "Am I too soon or something?" I want to see all
Oh
that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. I hope there's an explanation to that.
Yeah, let's pay that stuff off because right now they feel weird.
Cause I mean, he came out and is like it's Lois is the key.
Okay.
I mean, if for from a comic book perspective, it makes sense because and from a comic perspective, it makes sense in two ways. Because like in that version of the nightmare sequence, you're getting the Superman that was there was kind of like the tyrant Superman that you get in the comics after Lois gets killed and he decides that like he's gonna run the world his way. If it was alluding to that, then that would make sense. But like now, it looks a little different. So I'm not sure how Lois is always at the center of attention to Superman. So I don't know how they're gonna play out in this one for the nightmare
So
sequences
are
sakes.
you kind of expecting one one run of this film to go like um they do some things, Lois dies, Flash is sent back, and then we have to sort of like redo things and make sure that things don't end up going awry. Like, because I could see that being
I
potential like way that this movie goes.
I mean it might be like that. It might be like that. It might end up being like that. Lois dies. Soups decides like Darkseid's way is maybe not so bad. You know. Uh, but there's a lot of stuff. I'm still very curious to see how like how the Amazons and and the Atlanteans also gonna play a role in this.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Because we got them a little bit in the other Justice League, right? So they might actually have
okay,
a role.
okay, okay, yeah. I didn't catch that last part to be honest. I think I think your mic got far away from
Damn
you.
it, gotta pull it closer. Is this good enough?
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. I completely missed the last sentence about Atlanteans and
I
Amazons.
remember I remember them playing a role in the last Justice League movie, so they're probably gonna feature here, and probably more than last time. You hope. I mean, it seems like this one would be like a proper war, so
Yeah, yeah. No, it's gonna be very interesting. I guess we're gonna see some more Borg life. That's what it's all about now. Borg life, baby.
that's it.
We're gonna see what
That's in the mud. That's over. Like it's all over, lads. It's all over, Zippo. It's done. It's so dead.
But yeah, anyway, what is it like? It's 18 day or 28 days away now. March 18th.
Not far away. Not far away at all.
Not far away at all. So the world's gonna find out if. I mean, I feel like the fallout for this could very potentially be like Twitter blowing up and screaming "Restore the Snyderverse" for like another 5 years.
They can scream. It's not gonna happen, man. There's too much bad blood there. Like between Snyder and the Warner Brothers people. Like I think there's just too much history there. It's not it's not gonna happen.
But man, but overall, man, I hope Zach gets a lot of success out of this one.
Yeah, I hope
You
he
know?
puts this behind him. Looking forward to Army of the Dead and whatever else he's doing.
Yeah, I know. Army of the Dead should be good. I wonder when the trailer for that is gonna come out.
Yeah, that's this year, right? Oof,
Yeah,
stacked.
stacked, man. It's a stacked year. Stacked. Ah, oh man. I must ask if you've seen the last episode of One Division. I haven't watched it yet,
Yes, I
though.
have.
Okay, I'm gonna get to that right now as soon as we're
Great
done here.
episode. Great episode. Do you want us to talk about last week's episode then?
Yeah, yeah. We can totally do last week's episode. That was I mean, she lost. She literally like she expanded like.
Spoilers for anybody who has not seen One
Okay,
Division.
then. Well, in that case, we can't discuss it because there's probably like a giant population of people who haven't
We're
watched it.
giving you a
So,
warning, okay? If you have
well,
not watched One Division
well,
up
well,
until the last week's episode, episode
episode
6. Up until
6.
episode 6,
Yeah,
please leave. Bye. Get out of here. Go, 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 go. Give me 5,
like hit the
4,
stop button.
3, 2. Okay, okay, go, go, go. Yes, let's go.
Oh man, I can't believe she expanded the thing and like made it like so much bigger.
I keep wondering. I keep wondering if she
It
could just put
was,
it all over the world, but yeah,
dude.
because that was my early theory. Like I was like, Vision cannot survive any place where this hex is not there. So the only way is just spread that thing all over the world. That's. I think that's the plan. Uh, This week's episode does change a few things, so you better get on that.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Fucking Wonder Vision. Fucking Marvel pulling shit off
Dude, the
like
way
it's
WandaVision
nothing.
ends, it's like
Yeah,
you're like, wait, it's over? It's over? It's done?
dude, it's like you're praying that the 35 minutes gets stretched
Yeah,
to
but
like an hour.
is it really 35 minutes? Because the credits take up like 10 minutes. It's crazy. These credits are so long. Because
Uh,
sometimes I'm like, please God, tell me there's still more time in this episode. I'm like, 15 minutes, great. And then like 5 minutes later, it's over, and everything else is just credits. I'm like, what the hell, man? What the hell?
uh, man, it sucks. It sucks. But anyway, yeah, those have been our trailers for this week.
This was actually supposed to be
Uh,
really short, like full
Mortal Kombat.
disclosure. This was supposed to be short, so we could send it on YouTube. But we just straight up made up.
Yeah, yeah, literally. Oh, to all our tubers. Woo! We're kind of back on YouTube again after like using it like 3 times and like ignoring it completely.
It
But
should
yeah,
be the Dabblers
yeah,
podcast by now. I think I, I think
yeah. The Dabblers podcast on YouTube, Dabblers Pod on Instagram, Dabblers Pod on Twitter. We don't have Facebook because it's useless.
no, no,
Um, and we don't have Telegram because we don't know what exactly it's for, to be honest.
yeah, no,
Uh,
that's not happening.
yeah, that's not happening. Right. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Dabblers. I have been Quentin. He has been the Shogun with the mic that's not exactly that's taking us back to like our early days when we were struggling with audio. Those days were really fun.
Yeah, this has not been a
Um,
fun experience, man. I feel like a statue, and I'm trying to put this thing close to my mouth, and I don't know if closer is better or if it's worse. You know, life sucks.
ah, yeah. Signing off, we say, I wonder what's going to happen to Cara Dune in season 3 of The Mandalorian.
She's
That's
dead,
how we sign off.
done.
She's
She
dead. They could probably,
she
yeah.
disappeared.
Yeah, she got killed
She went
by
to
like
Cancun. She went to
or
Cancun,
like
bro. She's like,
a TIE fighter fell on her.
cancel culture fell on her. That's what happened.
Uh, oh shit. Yeah, that's deep. All right, signing off, ladies and gentlemen. Peace, out.